Hello, Web3 Chronicler, as I actually know your name on Twitter. Thank you very much for joining us on our fifth episode of CCU Podcast. I am Castin, and welcome to our fifth episode once again. And can you actually tell us about yourself and just a little brief introduction about yourself?
All right, my name is Lydia. My Twitter username is Web3 Chronica. I'm a writer. I'm a content writer, technical writer. I'm a storyteller on the Web3 space. I also do online counseling and online tutoring. So far, that's what I do on Web3.
Okay, thank you very much for that. I was actually able to get your introduction. If I was actually able to hear you very well, you actually said that you're like a content writer, like a Web3 writer also, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. A content
Okay.
writer. I write content.
Okay, thank you very much for your introduction. Let me quickly touch on the topic for today. I actually already sent this earlier. So we're talking about the importance of finding balance in the Web3 ecosystem. It says the importance of finding balance in the Web3 ecosystem. When you actually hear what they're saying as the Web3 ecosystem, what actually comes to your mind when we actually say the Web3 ecosystem for a starter? What comes to your mind?
What comes to my mind when you tell me Web3, I'm thinking about uh DeFi projects. I'm thinking about some crypto stuff and all that and all that.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, you're actually right. If we're actually talking about Web3, we're talking about both DeFi, gaming, Web3 gaming, we're talking about NFTs, we're talking about blockchain, we're talking about crypto, everything. Web3 as a whole is actually broad and a little bit big. But you know what? As we actually along the run, we actually get to understand more about Web3 because as a user, you don't actually have like a limited understanding of what crypto can be about. I hope you understand me. So crypto can be broad. It can be that, okay, for instance, you are using this medium to learn, or you're using this medium to learn. So crypto can be broad. You don't actually have a limited understanding of Web3 and crypto as a whole. Let's move to the topic itself. The importance of finding balance in the Web3 ecosystem. I don't actually want to cut across, I don't want to pass through any bush or anything like that. What is your thoughts on the importance of finding balance in the Web3 ecosystem?
Well, personally, it took me a while to get a grasp in navigating the Web3 space. Like it took me a while. It was not an easy task. So when you're asking me what comes to my mind when we're talking about balance, I'm trying to think about uh, having to juggle between writing content, then go do research for a particular token for trading, having to be online to tutor the new ones coming in. Like if if I'm not mistaken, it's a whole lot for me. So when you brought up this topic, I'm like, okay, how does this topic speak to me? Speak to me in a whole different angle. Like if you are coming to web theory, you have to like brace yourself and be ready to like say, okay. Okay, I know what Web3 is all about. I know what real life things are all about, but this Web3, I have to give it a good thought, right? I have to give it a good thought so that I can balance it. If not, if you don't have a defined goal, you don't have a defined niche, you don't have a defined plan, you don't have a roadmap for Web3, you get overwhelmed by it. Seriously, you get overwhelmed by it.
That is actually true. That is actually true. I love what you actually raised there. So what we're actually like finding the balance, like right now, over here in Nigeria, like in your time, it's actually like almost if I would say 8 p.m. UTC so that people can actually like understand what I'm trying to say. It's almost 9 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
Ever since morning, I've actually been busy, like pretty busy with my like regular day-to-day activities. And I still actually like find much time and still like struggle everything all together just to like actually land this podcast with you. So that's just the thing. If you can like have your mindset and know what you're doing, you would actually understand how you'll be running your the balance between your Web3 life and your real life as a whole. Because most people, it actually affects them a lot, both in the health aspect, in the personal hygiene, and in the financial aspect. So if we're actually,
Yeah.
for a while now, you've actually been talking about personal health, hygiene, and some other things. I noticed that you've been actually like focusing on this aspect. So if you were to talk about balancing, I mean, the topic that we're actually having, and we're talking about the health aspect as a Web3 user, what is your own, like, your own intake or your own thoughts on this?
Okay, thank you. I think so many of the users on Web3 space are actually uh, abusing their health. I would say I have a friend that fell sick. Okay, before he fell sick, I was always telling him, guy, you need to take time off. You can't do research 24 hours a day, 7 days in a week, and you expect your body to stand to stay healthy. He told me, he said, don't worry, I'll be fine. I got a call from him yesterday and he was like, man, I have been in the hospital and almost what I earned from trading, I've used it to treat myself. I couldn't help but laugh. Like the doctor have to ask him, what is the nature of your job? What do you do? And he was like, I'm into crypto and all that. And the doctor told him, said, if you want to live long, no matter how demanding your work is,
Mm,
pay attention to your health. Look,
that's
health, your
true.
health, personal health cannot be emphasized on. You just have to know how to maintain a healthy lifestyle. I have some friends that once they wake up in the morning, brush their teeth, they are with their laptop. And guess what they end up eating? One junk
Well,
to one soda
that is
to junk
true.
to soda.
That is
You get,
absolutely true.
and at the okay, and at the end of the day, one of them was complaining that he's having waist pain. I have to tell him, you eat junk too much. He said there's no time to cook a good meal. So
Hmm.
imagine that a user keep at that habit for like the next 5, 10 years. The sugar, there's prostate cancer coming, there's diabetes coming, there are a lot of health hazard coming with that habit of eating junks. Now, some of them will tell you, I have to meet up target. I can't even go out for a walk. They will stay indoor for 24 hours from their chair to the bed, from the bed to the bedroom to urinate. And you get no time to even go out for a walk, take fresh air, see the beautiful nature that God has created. If, I'm not saying anybody should be lazy, but there should be a time for everything.
That is
I have a
absolutely
friend that broke down yesterday. He broke down yesterday. He was rushed to the hospital. Till now, he has not come out from coma. Guess what? It was what he has been drinking to stay awake at night. Coffee, not
coffee.
not coffee like raw coffee, no milk, nothing. Raw coffee, like not a teaspoon. He's using like two full tablespoons,
Hmm.
and he can go on drinking it to just keep awake till the morning. Now he was rushed to the hospital. The mom called me and said the son is in the doctor said he's unconscious, is in coma, that we should be praying for him. Look, now the old money he made from airdrop, from trading, from his Web3 jobs, everything is now being poured into taking care of him. So my own is what I always say is this: if you don't take care of yourself, you will end up paying doctors to take care of you when time comes.
That
That
is
is if you
true.
actually live to see the end of it. So that was it.
You actually said it all. You're actually correct and you're right. You're absolutely right because it's quite funny when you actually see people that they are like they are working more than their system can carry. So this is something most people actually do. Especially we Nigerians. We are always like trying to work and push ourselves beyond the limit. Just want to like I just want to have this one, I just want to have that. I won't lie to you, I myself as a person, I have been battling sleep for a while because I don't have adequate sleep from time to time. So but that doesn't mean that if I'm actually not having my adequate sleep at the night, I won't actually have my adequate sleep at day. If I don't take my sleep well enough at night, I won't be able to stay awake by the day because my system will automatically crash and I will just have to sleep in between for like 4 hours. No matter how hard you would wake me, I won't wake up. So
Exactly.
that is just me for you. But people don't actually like do this. They would still work their body 2 days, 3 days. They just want to be like, I want to know how far I can push my body. So we just touched on the health aspect. So, we actually have I mentioned the time management, the health, but we also have the mental health, we have social interaction, we have information overload. So if you're looking about that information overload, the information overload is working in the aspects whereby as a person or as a Web3 enthusiast, you as a person, you don't like have adequate information due to the fact that you're actually overworking yourself or you're like balancing your real life with the real with the Web3 life. You're not having adequate timing to like know whatever information is being passed over here or over there. I don't know if you attended the space. There was a space I attended that someone was like, you can get someone that will actually help you gather up all this information, summarize it all for you. Then all you just have to do is just check the summary, then see that, okay, this is what is going on, this is what I've missed, this is what I missed, this is what is happening on the Web3 space, then you're good to go. Or you as a person, during the weekend or during the, just measure up your time, then pass on, or you know what? They're actually channels, they're actually influencers or follower groups or Discord groups or Telegram groups that you can actually get these things from. All they just do is they summarize all the information you need. Then you go there, get the summary. When you're actually less busy, the timing that you're actually arriving home from your regular day-to-day life, you just go in, check on this info, I mean the summary, then you're good to go. So that's just
Yeah.
how it actually works. You actually have to know summary of the information, your timing, your social interaction, your mental health, and your physical health. So those are the main aspects you actually have to cover before you can find a balance in the Web3 ecosystem. Because most people, except for those people that actually take it as their real job, like them, um, dropping their regular day-to-day activities or regular job, then facing the Web3 job as a whole, of which you doing that is quite funny, except you are someone that is really an extreme experience in the Web3 ecosystem. That's when you can actually take a risk like that. Because if anything goes wrong or anything goes haywire, you would go home crying. You'd be like, what would you run to when Web3 leaves you? What would you run to? How would you sort your family? How would you sort for yourself as a person? So that's why you actually have to touch on every aspect to understand the balance in Web3. So,
Yeah.
do you have any other addition you can actually add to this? Are you there?
Please repeat.
I said, do you
Come
have
again.
any addition you can actually add to the like what I just said?
Yeah, yeah. Those are some of them. If you tell them you have to learn time management, you have to work for the good of your mental health and the physical health and all that. You know what they'll tell you? They'll tell you that when I make money, all these things will be settled. You get they
That is
like using that word.
unbelievable.
When I make money,
When I make money, imagine.
you get. So so what I do tell especially the newbies that come through me, what I do tell them is first of all, for you to show me that you are really serious about balancing your lifestyle with Web3 and your real
Okay,
life, you have to show me a content calendar.
that's
Draft
true.
one. Show me. This is my month of September content calendar.
That is
This is the
true.
days I am working. Okay, this is the
Hmm.
days I'm working. This is the time I am working. So
Hmm.
anything outside that content calendar is your free period. You
That is
get
absolutely true.
that
Yeah.
allows the newbies that are coming up through me. That actually allows them to balance themselves. Then okay, on Monday, let's say okay, first is tomorrow. Tomorrow is 1st of September. Then I will tell you okay. I want you to draft a content calendar showing me your work through September. Then the person comes and tell me, okay, first of September by 9 a.m. I'll be drafting. If the person comes as a content writer, because I get content writers, the newbies trying to like write content like the way I do. So I'll tell them, okay, 9 a.m. they are researching for the topics they want to write on. 10, 11, 12, like 4 hours, they're doing research and they are drafting their first content.
Yeah.
Then by 12, they should be able to tell me, okay, by 12 to 1, I should take my lunch. Very
Hmm.
important. Take my lunch, no matter how busy you are. Don't come and tell me you ate sausage or you ate donuts or you ate. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. I actually lose my light then. But you can continue.
Okay. So you just have to. I keep telling them it's not that like I'm not like your mom. I'm not your mom. Don't get it wrong. Neither am I your wife. But if you are trying to work with me, you have to have a healthy lifestyle when it comes to food.
That is
So if you're
true.
telling me that you want to eat something and I ask you what to eat, I used to tell them, if I ask you what to eat and you tell me I ate donuts and I took a soda, I'll just hang up.
Hmm.
If you cannot cook, I'm expecting you to tell me, okay, I hate fruits, or I was able to come up with some vegetable salad to eat,
Okay.
or I went to buy food from a fast food, cook food, not junk, cook food. You can go and get jollof rice, swallow, and anything you can eat that is good food. Then you should, after eating, I'm expecting you to take like 30 minutes for the food to start digestion. Then 30 minutes after eating, you should tell me you take a nap for 1 hour. And when you wake up, anytime you wake up, you continue your journey. Many people I thought like that. Sometimes they just tell me that I'm not serious, that they're expecting me to drill them
Hmm.
and get so that they can get results. I told them, I said, when your body eventually shuts down because you are not taking care of them, you will be thinking about being drilled. You will be thinking about me. as a good person by that time. You'll be thinking about me as a bad person, that I didn't put you through the right process. The few ones that actually came through with all these many stuff I put them through, they're actually grateful that at the end of the day, they are not sick, they are not burn out, they are not feeling frustrated. Again, if you are working without a plan that contains time management and your physical health wise, you will get frustrated. You will burn out
That is
because
true.
you are everywhere and you are nowhere. Okay. So what I will have to want to say, first of all, create a content calendar. Second, be sure you know what you want to do in Web3 space. Because I've seen so many people, they will come and tell me that they want to be content writer.
Okay.
And then
Wait, are you
end up,
there right now, right?
yeah,
So as you were saying,
yeah. So they have to like, okay, I think the reason why they don't have a plan is because of the misconception they were brought in on Web TV. Somebody that brought them in may have told them that if you work for like 24 hours in a day, within a month, you will make like $20,000 in a month. You live the life you want, you have to you book vacation, you go for beach parties and all that. You can spend like you did rituals, which is a very bad idea, or a very bad whatever. Okay. Now, when I came aboard, I was told that my brother told me that you can write a web too. So why not just come on with theory and do this stuff? I said, okay, no problem. I'm actually really good at working with challenges. But he told me something. He said, you can be in Web3 space and you don't get job for the next 6 months. He said, don't stop. Keep pushing. Yeah. Me, I have my own I have the opinion or the idea I was given when I was coming. So I was prepared for it. But most of them they don't. They might have seen, maybe they came across Twitter and one of their idolos, doing anonymous shoe delivery. We just launch a car, we just open the house, and they want to do what that guy is doing. Unknown to them that guy might have been in Web3 space for like 6 years, 5 years. Took his time to like grow, like gradually. So first of all, they have to have a content calendar. They have to have a plan, a roadmap. Very important. Okay, so that's my take on that.
thank you very much. I actually was able to grab. I think you actually said numerous things in just one word. I think that is really, really amazing. And I noticed that that's what most newbies in the Web3 space actually have like put in place. What is in their mind is I'm just coming here to like make some fast money. This guy has actually bought a car. Like he actually bought a car with crypto. Why can't I buy a car with crypto? I also want to buy a car with crypto. And I also noticed something. There was actually a time that in the crypto space, I'm actually just talking of upgrade. There was a time in the crypto space that like most Nigerians or Africans as a whole were actually being accepted. It was very easy for us to like onboard and talk with the white people and interact with them about okay, I would like to work with them, or would like to do this, or would like to do that. But all of a sudden, I noticed that some of the Nigerians actually like started how would I put it? They started scamming. Started going to scamming. Like they would actually go in, rock the project, steal their projects. You understand? Things like that. So that became very bad that most of them got zero reviews. That they were like they don't even want to do anything with the Nigerian space or with the Nigerian community or the African community as a whole. So they stick to like working with themselves. That's why it became so very hard for anyone to actually get jobs. Because I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, it was very, very easy. You can just be like, okay, as long as you're chatting properly in a Telegram group, you can just easily get the job of a moderator. But right now, you would have to wait. I think you, you, you chat themselves, they won't actually guarantee. They can even decide to ban you from their group just because you're actually replying to texts that users are asking from the Telegram or Discord or whatever channel. So they can decide to ban you or do things like that. But you know something, the thing is, don't stop, non-stop grinding, just keep pushing in. I hope we would actually be able to gain our trust and gain our place in the Web3 ecosystem as a whole. Because as we can see now, Nigerian is actually growing, just like we are growing over here in TC Podcast. We're actually giving more knowledge to users so they can learn. So you actually touched on most points. Well, I actually have some few points I would like to add to it before we round up and say we're done. So, we already mentioned about the mental health, the physical health, social interaction, information processing, and some others. So we have some others here. We have the continuous learning. You touched a little bit on this one, where there's a saying that where one man's knowledge stops, that's where yours begins. So you can't limit your knowledge as a person to just one place. You actually have to keep it continuous. Just don't stop. Keep making your research. When you have leisure times, make researches, do researches about crypto. You can't just be a person to the crypto community and be like, okay, I just want to start making money. You don't want to do any research. You don't want to learn anything about even Bitcoin. There was actually a speaker I brought up here. His name is Ian from what's their name? Altcoin Edge. He was like he sat down with a Bitcoin white paper. Bitcoin as a whole. He sat down with a white paper and he read everything from it. So you actually sitting down with something like there's no way you would actually be able to learn one or two things from that. So you don't just sit down, as most projects out there, you will see their white paper on their website. You can just go there, learn one or two things, from there, you can actually have more insights, more deep insights that most users can never know. So you having this insights, you're able to learn what they don't know. Then from there, the team will look like, whoa, this person actually knows a lot about our projects. Then all of a sudden, you're either given an ambassador role or like one of the team roles or a moderator role or the group helper role. So from there, you're actually learning, and from there you get to earn. With your learning, you get to have the earning. So you're having learn to earn. That's where learn to earn comes in the Web3 ecosystem. Then you also have certain boundaries. You actually have to know your limits. You have to know where you can push yourself and know where you can stop. Most of us, like what I said in the beginning, that in Nigeria, let me say it in Fiji, we know they get boundary. There's no boundary where you don't want to cross. You shall not cross what the boundary will do. But that's for that. So you actually have to set your boundary. You have to be diverse. You have diversification. You have skill building. We have offline pursuits. Just like I said, go offline apart from the Web3 aspect. Cybersecurity awareness. You have to be very, very cautious with how you handle your wallet. You have to be safe with it. How you're protecting yourself from hack attacks or malicious links. You have phishing links that are out there. Web3 curriculum, can you hear me? So, they've actually, you can hear me right now, right?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, there are actually some links that are out there that you just see on your Twitter. They'll be like, join so airdrop. They will now limit the comments to people that can comment. They'll just post it. They'll just put the link out there that, okay, just click it and connect your wallet. Ordinarily seeing that, you would already know it's a scam. And I have fallen for this like twice or three times when I was actually a newbie on the Twitter space. I fell for this. I think
You
I've lost in total around $45. $45 from this. So when it got to an extent, I just wave my hands that I don't want to do any of this anymore. I will stop this. Anytime I see it, I would run. So we have educating others. Your knowledge is not only limited to yourself, you can also educate other people. We have mindful consumption. We talked about that is also limited to health and personal hygiene. So that's for that. We actually mentioned a lot of points. I think in total around like 13 or 12 points, and also the points they actually raised about this. So we're actually about to close now. So do you have any closing remarks for the newbies or the Web3 enthusiasts that are out there, both the newbies and the influencers? Because I actually want us to deal with both of them squarely, because some of them actually
Uh,
think that like they are above learning. But you can also touch on the aspect also. Thank you.
well, uh, this podcast is going to be public, right?
Absolutely, it's gonna be public.
Okay, before let me know what I want to say. Now,
Yeah.
I have issues with those idols that comes up to tell them, especially those big account influencers and all that, that comes up to like make this newbies think that everything is easy. I have issues with them. Those particular ones that have academy that will keep telling them to pay. And at the end of the day, they don't give the value for the money. I have problem with those people. Okay. I may not be a 20 or 30K follower account, but there's something I've learned in life. If you cannot give a a testimony knowledge, let him or her go. If you are not good in teaching, tell them to go to someone that can give them the teaching they need. Now you some of them will come and bring up academy and they have like they are body 2,000, 3,000, 1 million. And I'm not having a problem with that. Trust me, I don't. But what are the plans you have to give them values? What are the plans? I have an academy that a community that is giving free a classes now. It was the same material he gave to the first set of people that was 2 years back that is still using till now. No research,
Wow.
no addition,
Hmm.
no updates, nothing.
That is
The
bad.
same thing.
That
There's
is
another
really bad.
academy that taught is I think that year he onboarded 3,000 people and he was teaching them one approach to get job, community approach. They imagine the 3,000 enters the job market and they're all using community approach. Who are we going to hire? I have problem with that. These newbies, they might be vulnerable. They might not be calm enough to wait for a while to develop themselves. But don't lead them the wrong way just because you want to make money. If you cannot push them, leave them. Don't extort money from them. Then for the newbies, they are so in haste to make money, so in haste. I have there was one I that told me came to my WhatsApp Twitter DM and said, please, I want to learn, I want to I said, okay, let's take it one step at a time. After the first task I gave to him that the guy has run away. To his own perspective, I was too slow.
That is it.
He wants to make this money.
Stop.
Then the other one said he wanted to learn how to trade. He has idea, but he cannot really trade. So he needed somebody to teach him. I don't know
Okay.
how to trade that much. I'm not 100% good. So I have to refer it to somebody else that can actually teach him very well. Till today, he has not called the guy I sent him to. Then the next minute, he sent me, I saw him, saw it in his WhatsApp status that he just lost $50. Oga, you have not learned trading yet. You are using $50 to go and trade in this bear
How
market.
come? Like, it's so funny. It's so funny and unbelievable. How well,
You
I
get
don't know. Yeah,
the
I
the,
can
the
say.
account I was using before it was blocked on Twitter. There was something I was doing that was growing my account. I was not just restricted to DeFi crypto. I was all about writing about your growth, your consistency, your dedication, everything that has to do with your build up was there. Okay. And I was getting a lot of people coming to ask me, how do you do? Even as at the time I was writing those contents, I was not having a job. I won't lie about it. I wasn't having a job, but I was giving out knowledge to people that were using it to get jobs. I went to go on a journey. This journey I'm embarking on now, and I was low on funds. I needed to top up. I just went back to like I just checked my contact list. Who will I ask? I just asked three people, and they didn't even argue. They just sent me the money. When I was like, no, no, you guys didn't even argue all those things. They said because of what you have imparted in us, we can if we can give you more, we'll have given you more. So don't they should stop the idiots should stop thinking that they need to make quick money now. Some of those newbies may end up being their fruit or their harvest in years to come.
Hmm.
Yeah, the one you
yeah.
were talking
You continue,
the one you were
continue.
talking about the market, the job market being spoiled with those newbies that went to start doing scam with Web3. I won't blame them. Most one of every scammers in Web3 came through an idolo. They were not properly onboarded. You didn't tell them how you came from nothing to something. They saw you posting things now that you have everything. Is that your duty to make them understand that you also pass through this process of job hunting without job for months? So that they will not start thinking that there is something you are doing that you are not telling them.
That
If
is
they know that
true.
if they know that you stayed 6 months without even a positive reply for your proposal you were submitting, most of them will be patient. So for the newbies, calm down. That's the best I can. That's the language I can use for them. Calm down. Good things take time. While you are submitting proposal and you're not getting job, be working on your skills. If you were using community moderator before, there's nothing wrong. Utilize the little resources you have and go take another skill that is not so saturated. Work on yourself. My brother told me something. He said there was a trade contest I wrote on, and my prize was given to somebody else, and his trade wasn't that even good. Everybody was like, why would they collect your prize and give to somebody else? That this write up is so nonsense. I was angry too, and my brother told me something. Say, be so good in writing without AI that nobody can steal your shine. Everything I drop on my content, I can boldly tell you 100% my handwriting, no AI generated, no AI inspiration. From the first word to the last word to the portrait, everything I wrote because I worked on it. I read books. Some of them, you give them books to read and they will store them in their PDF archive. They don't read. You need to read books. You need to follow people. You need to go on YouTube, watch videos of people that have been there before, learn.
Hmm.
There is no shortcut to learning. There's no short road to it.
No short
It's a
road at
long
all.
road.
A
It's a
very long
long
one.
road. Take it one step at a time. I told my brother something when I left the house this morning. I said, by the time I come back from where I'm going to, I will re-strategize my plans. And God help those devs. They don't give me a job. I will bullshit them and create a community that I will be very, very sure that I'll be passing out knowledge. Me personally, I think I took that from my dad. I prefer to give you knowledge. I'm always happy giving out knowledge than running after money. If
That's
at the
true.
end of the day I'm getting knowledge, money comes, I will reject it. Everybody likes money. You get. But I will not restrict my knowledge because of money.
Hmm.
I won't. So my advice
On
to them,
on
okay.
what you just said right now, I
Yeah.
actually started off as a channel. I actually had a channel then. It's called Cast Space. When I actually started, I actually had a number of followers. I think around 8,000 plus. So we time, because over there then I was actually like making a lot of funds. So I usually do much of giveaways. So I actually noticed that most of these people, they're just there for that giveaway. So all of a sudden I just stopped. I just stopped this giveaway. Then you can actually see all of them sliding away, sliding off. Few, I was actually left with 20, I think 20 or 25 real users that actually followed me up. to this time. Apart from those that actually use sports to skyrocket my following and followers on Telegram, I was left with 25 people that was replying as like real users. And these guys, you know something, in Nigeria, we as people, until when we are pushed thoroughly, that's when we're actually
Yeah.
able to learn that we know that, okay, this is something you can actually learn for. This is not something that you will just schedule. You know, Nigeria would rather believe in like the cars, you understand? The kind that those idols are posting, the rewards that okay, it is showing in their lives. You rather believe in that than believing in knowledge. So when I actually stopped this giveaway, I decided that okay, you know, I'm actually doing giveaways now. You don't know how I am getting this money. You don't know where I'm getting it from. I want to teach you how I'm getting this money so you can actually make yours. Then you see all of them, they just stop. I was surprised. I was like, what's wrong? What is wrong? Why are you not interested? There was actually even a time that I was like, okay, you know what? I will decide that I'll open a private group, then I will like deposit like
Yeah, I can
I'm
better.
so sorry about the technical difficulty. So as I was saying the other time, I want to make us wrap up quickly. So I actually noticed that most of these guys are actually just after the giveaways. They're not actually after the knowledge. They are not there to learn. They're not there to like assimilate anything. But these 25 people, I noticed that they are ready to learn. So I started changing the way I actually write my things and give it more details. And I'll put it under the post I'm giving there. I'll be like, ask questions. Do you actually want to learn anything? Or are you actually lacking behind in anywhere with what I've actually put up right here? If you're actually lacking behind, just ask questions. I would actually make a video so you can learn one or two things from what I'm saying. So I've actually made points like this down for them so they can actually learn more from what I'm trying to like talk about. So that's just it. I actually hope they can actually aspire and learn more, accumulate more knowledge from the Web3 as a whole and from the right people because you actually have to get this knowledge from the right people. If you're getting it from the wrong people, just like you said, like we have those idols out there, they might actually navigate your learning to the wrong aspect. Just like someone that is saying you should do research for 8 hours a day, 8 hours or 12 hours a day. I mean, that is quite funny. It's quite funny for you to actually hear that. Are you actually doing anything with the rest of your day? It's funny. You know, when you actually hear something like this, it's quite funny. So that's just it. Thank you very much, Web3 Chronicler. It was really, really amazing hearing you here to with us today. Thank you for taking your time out of no time for listening to us and hearing us out and for teaching those that are actually watching us, teaching them how the Web3 and branded in the Web3 or growing in Web3 works. So thank you very much once again. So before we go, do you have any other thing to say before we just cut off the podcast?
Thank you so much for having me on your podcast. Well, I hope we get to have more people who are interested in knowledge coming aboard to like listen to this, like watch and listen to this. It's gonna really help them. There's a lot of gain in Web3 space. Just know where to put your feet. You get it. So that's my time.
That is true. Thank you very much once again. It was absolutely amazing having you here. So we've come to an end of our podcast. Thank you very much once again, and catch us live same day. That will be next week Friday. Catch us live same day. Would actually be hosting someone else on this podcast. So thank you very much, Web3 Chronicler. We hope to see you some other time on our podcast. And bye.
Bye. Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Bye.